Okay, so we're in a home in Scarborough right now. Claims are 3-floored. In the basement they claim that somebody's walking back and forth. Seems that there's a fair amount of native history to the home. We've seen the old records as to who owned it, and we're going to work with that name. On the 3 floors in what would be like a meditation room, I seem to get a lot. Mind you, there's a lot of signal strength there, and from the repeater, so that might be something. And in the children's bedroom on the top floor. So rather than doing a traditional sweep, we're going to do like a three central point investigation. Tonight we're going to be using the Kinect system, or the skeletal tracking system. I want to beta test this and see why it does work or doesn't work. I'm aware that there's a ton of false positives, and we'll be pointing that out. We have our proximity detectors, and tonight we have Sandy, myself, and Damon. So kind of a small crew, and we'll see how it goes. So we're kind of hoping that somebody is going to meet with us here. I've got my friend, got my wife. Well, she's my friend. I've got my wife on the video camera over there, and she's filming. Over here on the ground, there's detectors that can detect motion if you walk over them. You can see these lights. They may seem very different to you. In your eyes, they may be very bright. They're not to us. If you go near them, they will go off. Our friend Damon over here, he's got a device that can listen to your voice, and he can hear you where I cannot. My ears are not good enough. Supposedly, we have one resident here named Charlie. That's what I'm going to work with. Charlie, Mr. Saunders, you own this property when it was just property. And they state that you're with us here. Can you or somebody else that's with you here give me an indication that you're here? Damon. Friend Damon's in there right now. And as you can see, he's standing there. He's holding something in his hand, and he's moving his hand around. Now his hands are together, and he's waving now. So what we're hoping is that you can go stand with him.
Right here, right beside me.
Go stand with him.
Just for a little bit, you don't have to be here long, you know? Just for a couple seconds. Or if you want to try and hold our civic green light, I don't know if it's green for you, but you can try and hold that, and then lights will go off on it, and we know that you're near us.
Keep talking, buddy.
You want to just like stand right beside me? Hold on to my hand? I just wonder if anyone else wants to come be a stick figure with me, you know? It's a pretty fun experience.
If you want, over here, there's this great thing on the ground. If you walk over it, it'll do this. Isn't that neat? So why don't you go stand over with Damon?
Yeah, come stand in front of me, stand beside me. Maybe tap on the piano. I turned it on just for you. I'm a kind guy, you know, I thought I'd take it upon myself to go and turn on this piano. You don't even have to play a song on the piano, really. All you have to do is just
Touch a key.
touch a key. Yeah, exactly. I don't want you to play like Beethoven's Symphony or anything. That's too extreme, you know. Too many notes.
Is it you up here, Charlie?
Come sit with me. stand near me.
Help us out, man. Let's go. I think that we might need to put right here. All right. So we're gonna leave you alone. You can leave the audio up here, but.
Good point, good point.
Why don't you show yourself in the middle of the room? Can you stand in the middle of everybody? And we all want to understand you a little bit better, and we don't understand you, and we're trying to tell your story, trying to get people to understand you. As you can see, there's lights that go off over there if you want to go play with those lights.
Is there somebody affecting me, making me feel like I can't breathe on my chest? Because if you are, I'd like you to kind of step back. This is your one time where someone can actually hear and see you, aside from me.
Do you feel love is different and hate and anger is different? Do you still feel those emotions? You know, if you've passed on and there was somebody here that you loved, do you still have that sensation when you're gone? Do you even know that you're gone?
This is the busiest of the rooms.
No, like like when I do this, it's doing that because of that. But when you calm down, it should do that. But that. You playing with us? What's the mapping system doing? Is it?
I haven't even seen this go off like this before.
No, I've never seen it. I've seen it have like.
Well,
Thing
this
is,
where
if
you
I'm
get my
moving,
readings.
and like, cause I'm.
Yeah.
But hold on, let's.
But it's flashing in different corners.
Let's create what the issue is. That's creating a spray of IR. That's mapping a room. So
I can't even point this at you right now.
hold on a second.
Let's see how I on that.
Let's turn that around. See if it still happens.
Yes or no?
Well, I would say that's our culprit.
Well, one way to know for sure.
Turn it back around. You gotta lift up your load.
Come on.
You know what it is?
That's
It's-
what it is.
It's hitting off of this leather and probably reflecting down.
Well, no, but I mean, remember that the mapping system sends a spray of infrared around the room. That's
Trying
how
to detect
how it
the-
maps you, right? That's how it picks you up. So I would say, although it's calm now, why is it? You know why? Hold on. I'm going to pull away from it. This is important that we do this. Okay, so I'm going to pull away from it, and that should start going off again. but that's pointed over here. And so that's picking up on me, right? That's mapping me right now?
Nope.
Now?
There it is.
Now it is. Okay.
Here you come.
In order to come up with evidence, you've gotta see it's searching for something to map. So right now, this is shooting lasers around the room trying to find somebody that's moving. You know, it's a pretty fascinating room. I would think there's a whole lot of things you could move around. All the things that are dangling from the ceiling.
Time to time that will move the dream catcher there, the wooden one with the seashells.
Oh yeah?
I've seen it start swaying. That's one. I used to have other ones hanging up here too, but they don't touch those ones. It was always that one.
I think one could spend hours finding all new different things hanging from the ceiling.
There's our reading room and our art room.
Uh-huh.
And we just kind of turn into a lounge.
And we're not here too much longer. You gotta give this house back to the family. Go back to our own families. I do want to thank you, though, if you spoke to our device. That's probably what you did. And if you're standing with us, I appreciate it. We don't seem to be showing up on our cameras, though. Hasn't metered anything, eh?
Nope. Okay.
If our cameras are steady and not fluctuating, because this moves on fluctuation, you know, it's okay.
Yeah,
But
it reacts to differences in light, it reacts to
electrical
motion.
polarity, everything. So if we're going to have a camera in front of it,
Yeah.
then we want to have a camera maybe even on our tripod so that it doesn't affect. That, however, sends out like a scanning IR, because again, it's mapping your body for a game, right? So that may be the case. But yet right now it's on and there's nothing happening.
Cody, that's enough.
no, because it's mapping
Try-
you right now.
Try moving it over a bit more, because the IR's more spreading over, like, to here, and I think it might have been a little bit closer over towards me before.
You see that right now. So it might be wise that if we're using the panels, yeah, you see that, that same staccato,
Yeah.
because the IRs on that
So
are kind of like
it's
this.
affecting that
Okay, so we have to accept that.
now.
So if we're going to use this in
Yeah, I turn
conjunction,
it away and it stops.
You gotta probably move that over somewhere.
yeah,
else.
and or put that behind that. It's
Mhm.
you know,
Or not use them at the
at
same
the same
time.
time. Yeah.
Well, there's a
conjunct-
plug behind that chair there.
Okay. I think if we generated anything or taught anything, it
Well,
happens.
so many people saying that, like, that there's so many false positives with us.
No, that didn't get
We
any.
didn't get anything on this tonight.
So there's a positive out of this. We got to
It was a
test
great
out.
beta test because
Yeah.
realistically,
No, but then you have no false positives either, right? So that means that when you run the equipment, should anything have happened, you know, other than
Well, it would
like
give-
the other devices that
It would
that-
give more validity to
would
it
be
that,
more, exactly,
Yeah.
everything would be more accurate
yeah.
that's right.
rather than always coming up.
Because
with
we wanted to
something
try,
which is-
we've tried it out like a few times at home, but this is the
Yeah.
first time we've brought it on an investigation.
Outside, yeah.
And we've had so many other teams and criticizing us, oh, well, you know, using that, you know.
I tried to, yeah, trying to explain
But
to
if
them.
you're doing a science, which essentially that's what it is, if
Yeah.
you're not performing experiments, then what are you
Then we're
doing?
gonna
Well, I've told
Yeah.
them I want to find out why it doesn't work, and I want to find out why
Boy,
it does.
does.